Welcome to Player's Perspective. Would you pay Lamborghini Aventador 2022 money for a 92 Camry? I wouldn't. So let's get into this video.
This one by Terrell Xavier, $5. Thank you, Terrell. Men want a career to get girls. The girls are a prize for his success. What is the prize for women? And who is going to care for you when you're alive, when you're 60?
Okay, so let me re-say that. Mm-hmm. Men want a career so they can have success. Women want what?
The girls are the prize for his success.
The girls are the prize for his success. Mm-hmm. Okay, and?
What is the prize for women?
What is the prize for a woman? Go ahead, Pro. What is the prize for a woman?
For a woman's success?
Are you saying for success or in a relationship?
For success, like
okay.
A woman's success.
So, okay, let me rewind. Men want success, and the grand prize is a hot woman. Mm-hmm. Women want success. Mm-hmm. What is the prize for that success?
And we're talking success, like in
career-wise. Yeah.
A lot of money and lonely, usually. Yeah. Usually an empty apartment, but a lot of money to spend.
And doesn't sit well with you.
I mean, I think people are free to choose what they want to choose. If that's what you want to do, go do it. Mm-hmm. But
1 in 4 women in the West are on some kind of SSRI or some kind of psych medication because they're depressed. That's why they're ending up cat ladies.
I think a lot of women do that, and they chase the bag and they chase the career, and then they find themselves alone
Future cat
at 50,
ladies.
60.
Yeah.
And that's not fun. And I think a lot of older women lie to younger women about this, and that's what rubs me the wrong way. That's why I do what I do.
Yeah, because misery loves company. They don't want to give game to the younger women so they don't make the same mistakes these bitches did. Like men, we're a lot more... We like to coach the younger generation of men. That's one of the reasons I'm making this channel, to coach some of you young, dumb motherfuckers. We like to fucking give game to the younger generation. I think it's built into our DNA as men, but women don't do that.
Because I just don't believe in lying to women.
How do older women lie to younger women?
Because they'll say things like the happiest sector of women is like 45 and childless, but you could find 10 studies that disprove that for the one that they have that didn't have a proper sample size. So you're pushing this narrative because you don't want to be alone in your poor choices. And that doesn't sit well with me.
So they're almost like validating their poor decisions is what you're saying?
Yeah, and you can see it in the media all the time. Like every poor decision a woman makes, like you see it in the media. Like for example, like women gain weight, right? What body positivity? That's the next thing that comes out.
Well, we just talked about that with Jordan Peterson, Rolo. Yeah, the one big girl was on the cover of SI.
Yeah, and I've been overweight, and that you can lose it. So why are we tripping? Why are we tripping? And
being fat is a choice.
And they do the same thing with age now too. You see them pushing, like, what is it, ageism? That's the new word for it?
Oh, yes, because the older women are upset that...
Because they're lonely.
Yeah, they're mad that they're not getting the same sexual offers that they were getting in their youth.
Yeah, there was this, I think she was a supermodel at one point in the 90s. I forget her name. And she was complaining, it was big mainstream news recently. She was complaining that she doesn't get the same kind of attention she used to get when she was in her 20s and a supermodel, of course. Now she's like in her 50s or 60s, still trying to get young dick. And like it's like even older guys who have their shit together, who are in shape and have their money together, they don't want to fuck. Even a 50-year-old man wouldn't want to fuck a 50-year-old woman if he had other choices, if he could get a 25-year-old baddie. And these are things that women don't want to come to terms with. Women have their peak in their 20s, and they do cash out on it most of the times. All these bitches are. They're having the time of their lives. They're all hee hee ha ha. Like you see it on all the reaction videos. These bitches are fucking happy as fuck in their 20s, and all the power to them. But then in their older age, when the fucking check comes and they're lonely and all those options, all those guys are gone, then they want to sit here and complain. It's like, no, you should have cashed out back then. When your stock was high, but most of you don't. You wait till you're 35, or worse, 40, and then you're like, where are all the good men gone?
Shocking, yeah.
Coco, you're found success in what you're doing. Same question to you. Men find success, and the grand prize is women. What is the grand prize for being a successful woman?
Freedom and money. Because when you have your own career, you obviously make money if you're successful. Money equals freedom, so you can do whatever you want.
But to Pearl's point, let's say you're that
I think-
45-year-old woman, successful, millionaire, amazing house, you know, couple cats running around. Shout out to the cat owners out there. But would that be fulfilling if you never got married and didn't have kids?
I don't think that you can't be successful and have a husband or a boyfriend or whatever. I don't think it's either or.
You can do both, is what
Yes.
you're saying.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I see it right now. Like me and my boyfriend, we both work literally 24/7. Like we work weekends, we work all the time, but we both work from home. Okay, we both go on meetings, go on shoots, and whatever he goes do for his work, but we're still there and we're still enjoying each other. And what I love, that's why I said that what we appreciate with each other, we're both very ambitious and we talk about work a lot, and we work on projects together. So it's not that he is doing his own thing and I'm doing my own thing, and we don't even know what's going on in our work life.
Do you think he respects you more because you've got a lot going on?
Yes, he said that he would never be with a girl who's not driven.
Got it. So respect to him. And have you ever been with a guy who found you a little much, like too work oriented, like you're a little intimidating? Have you been with a guy like that ever?
I wouldn't say that I was ever like intimidating.
No guy's intimidated by a chick's job, and most of these females, they only go for guys who make more than them anyways. So no guy's intimidated of a chick's job. It's just some bullshit they like to say, because guys don't like women who compete with them or talk back to them. So it's not intimidation. They're just annoyed by you.
At least.
And she's saying all this shit because she's still hot. She's totally fuckable. I think she's like late 20s, early 30s. She's probably 29, 30, 31. So you can say this shit now, but when you're 42 and 45 and the guy who's fucking you right now isn't there anymore because you fucking nagged him to death and he left, then you're not going to be saying this shit, I bet.
Nobody told me that. But I know that a lot of guys don't like when a girl is very vocal about her opinion. And I'm very vocal about my opinion. So when it comes to being submissive, I couldn't do that because that's just not my personality.
Most of these women think that it's more important to have an opinion than be a good girlfriend or a wife or a good mom or a homemaker. They think having an opinion and being sassy and shit, that's more important. Stay away from these kinds of broads. Find a woman who's submissive and gets on your program. They are out there, but they're harder to find these days, and you have to be a man worth submitting to.
The comfort of my own home. That's why I'm trying to do my own thing.
Go ahead, Ali.
So I have a question, because you want to have this very successful career. I think earlier in the hallway you said you wanted to be a billionaire.
Yes.
And then you're saying that you're pretty much in an equal partnership. So my question is your money going to be both of yours money, or is it just going to be your money? Like how are the finances going to break down in that?
It's going to be just her money.
Because earlier I heard you say that you wanted all of your bills paid.
She's got the resting bitch face.
But then you're talking about having a career.
When did I say that I want my bills paid?
It was much earlier in the conversation. I would have to go back and rewatch it.
That I need my bills paid?
Oh, you said you didn't split it 50-50.
No, I meant for dinners.
Oh,
okay,
if you're talking about equal housework, then yes.
Yeah.
So that was my confusion. I was like, is your money going to be both of y'all's, or is it just
No.
yours?
Well, let's talk
No,
about
it's
that. The
not.
money in a
It's just
relationship.
going to be his. It's just going to be
should
her
you
money,
split?
no matter what
should the
she
man
says.
take care of? What should the woman take care of? Let's talk about the money. Like, how does it work in your marriage?
Bitches don't want to pay
Well, he
more
pays
than 30%
majority
of bills.
Most of the bills. I have a
Exactly.
very small income that I
Exactly.
bring in. It's supplemental income, but that's mostly because I can be fulfilled in that.
There's been studies on this. Even these high-earning, so-called independent women, they don't want to pay more than 33% of bills.
I think if I wanted to make candles and make no money, I think he'd be fine with that. But that's kind of how the breakdown is, and he takes a lot of pride in doing that. He's very happy to protect and provision. And I think a lot of men don't get to have that opportunity where they could have that intimate of a relationship with their wife, female partner.
And how does the money work in your marriage? Because you said your boyfriend is pretty successful. Did I say marriage? Sorry. Yeah. Your relationship. Knock on wood, girl. How does it work? You guys split rent? You guys split food bills, utility bills? Does he always pay for dinner? Like, she's being very open and honest, saying, look, he makes all the money. I'm here to support him. You've been open and honest, saying, hey, we both make money. So how do the bills break down?
Well, we kind of try to see where we're very open with our finances. So, like, he knows how much I make. I know how much he makes. And then we decide together what we're going to spend on what. Like, he pays the rent, so maybe I'm going to pay for the car or something. So, like, but
he pays the rent.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Period.
paid. Like I said, bitches don't. And that's fine. I think there's evolutionary biological reasons behind this, but women don't want to pay a majority of the bills or even half. They want to pay like, I think that like the studies I quoted are 30%, 33%. And that's fine. I don't mind. I don't even mind if a woman doesn't want to work at all and she relies on me totally. That's fine. But as long as you listen. Because you can't have responsibility without any authority. Responsibility without authority is slavery.
Is the rent?
Yeah.
Well, the rent is the biggest expense that someone will have.
Not necessarily.
Well, what do you mean?
And even though that guy's paying most of the bills, you think she complies to him? You think she listens? You think she shuts up when he tells him to? You think she shuts up when he tells her to shut up? No. They're still gonna talk back, and that's what Western society's taught them. It's taught them that you can be that so-called independent queen and talk back and do all this shit and still suck the guy's money dry. We have in the West authority with no responsibility. That's why you're expected to pay for these women even after they've divorced you. Even if she sucks another dick and leaves you, you're still expected to pay. Authority without responsibility without authority. That's what it is. You're paying for her lifestyle now so she can go fuck other guys in a house that you owned once.
Is the rent?
Yeah.
Well, the rent is the biggest expense that someone will have.
Not necessarily.
Well, what do you mean? Of course it's the biggest expense.
No, like
it is.
Groceries and the car gets expensive.
No, groceries are a third.
Groceries.
No, I'm not.
See what I'm saying, man? These bitches are experts at marketing, man. They're so good at spinning words to make themselves look good. And look, she's even laughing. She knows how goofy it is what she said. She knows how goofy it is. The words. She knows how goofy the words are that came out of her mouth. She knows.
I'm not even.
But women are allowed to not make any sense. They make no fucking sense, man. Because nobody corrects them. They go through life. Their friends lie to them. Guys just fucking go along with whatever they're saying because they're just trying to smash. And nobody corrects them. So they're allowed to not make any sense. They go through life not making any fucking sense.
A lot of organic food.
But the reality is rent or housing is the biggest expense.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no, he
not,
pays the rent.
Okay. But being the man in the relationship, paying the rent, you're living technically under his roof. Does that...
And she still doesn't listen to him probably. When he says don't go out to the club with your friends, she's going to be like, no, I'm going to go out to the club with my friends. Why the fuck would I pay for your shit then? Responsibility without authority is slavery. You're literally paying for this chick and her lifestyle. She can go out. God knows what she does behind your back. You know, most of these women, man, I've hooked up with too many chicks whose boyfriends were at home waiting. So I know firsthand the game and how these bitches play, man. I've literally been hooking up with a chick when she's on the phone with her boyfriend. So I know how the game is, man.
Qualify him to have a little more say in the relationship or no?
No, I wouldn't say that because I don't quantify certain things. So like if he pays the rent, but maybe maybe I'm actually physically gonna go buy the groceries. So I'm gonna put my time and my effort and my energy into doing something, and he's gonna do something else.
Do you do all like the cooking and cleaning?
No.
So basically, he's gonna do all the hard shit, pay all the big bills. She's gonna buy him a box of chocolates once in a while. And then she's going to sit here and say that she's in an even 50-50 equal relationship. And she's a strong, independent queen.
He's a Virgo, so he's like
so
really
what
good.
like because he's paying the rent. That's really nice. Does he like what does he get in return?
What does he get in return? Mm-hmm. He gets a lot in return.
You did you guys hear that gulp that she did?
Like what does he get in return?
What does he get in return?
Mm-hmm.
He gets a lot in return.
Okay, like what?
Like I'm gonna keep that, I don't know, not answered.
Exactly, nothing. Box, pussy, that's what he gets. Pussy that other motherfuckers have gotten for nothing. Cause she's hooked up with dudes where they didn't have to fucking provide anything to this female. Back when she was in her party years. They all had party years. They all have whole phases these days. And it's accepted. So there's guys who fucking hit it and quit it, didn't have to do shit for her, but there's some other sucker. It's like paying her rent, her lifestyle, and she buys groceries once in a while.
Oh, okay.
What did you mean by that?
Don't get played by these hoes, man. Pimps up, hoes down, city boys up.
Yeah, I'm so confused.
If a dude was paying my rent, like I'd make sure that I would do the cooking, cleaning, I would do everything in the house. So
you're saying if a guy's paying your rent, you're doing everything.
Yeah, free rent. What?
Around the YouTube channel though.
What?
Around the YouTube channel though.
What do you mean?
Your YouTube channel, you really enjoy that, right? So I think you would find a way to fit in your schedule, prioritizing your relationship, and while also not essentially sacrificing all of your channel.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't. I wouldn't just like do nothing. I think you could cook and clean and still do other things.
But I think you guys are mishearing what I'm trying to say. Like, if he pays the rent, okay, but let me give you a whatever. Let's say the rent is $5K. It's not $5K, but let's say it's $5K. Maybe I'm gonna spend $2-3K for something else. So it's not like
when she feels like it. It's probably not 2-3K, but when she's gonna spend money when she feels like it. But the rent is fixed. You have to pay that every month.
For Tat. So like he pays rent, but maybe I'm gonna spend the same amount of money for something else.
So it's more like
same. 50. So 2-3K is the same as 50.
It's not 50-50 because that's just not how I was brought up, and that's not how I was raised.
So she's not. So she pretends to be traditional when it's convenient for her. But that's what she's describing as traditional, where the man takes care of her. But when you ask her other things, I've seen other clips of this bitch on the same interview. She talks about being strong, independent, and I'm still gonna do what I want to do. That's not traditional. They pick and choose. They pick the things that benefit them, and then it's like a salad of all different kinds of shit. Like traditional when it benefits them, independent, strong queen when it benefits them. Pick one side.
Okay, what would you say? It's like 80-20?
Maybe 70-30.
70-30. Okay.
That's what I said, man. What did I say at the beginning? These bitches, and there's studies on this. You guys can look them up on Google. Females don't want to pay more than 30 to 33% of the total household bills.
Is that a fair split?
I mean, it sounds what I believe most women would expect is the 70-30. They might not say it. And I think that 70-30 is the new 50-50 because we're going to downplay the man's money versus the woman's money.
They do.
If
they
that
do.
makes sense.
We're just expected to provide
a modern relationship, and I don't.
And the things they were expected, they're no longer expected to do. Like,
I don't think there's
be
that
submissive
sweet
and shut the fuck
that
up.
is between a feminine woman and a masculine
Once in a
man,
while,
where you just have these understanding of your roles within the home. But some people want to gender bend and they want to do their relationships how they want to do it. I know that if I had to grow up in that kind of situation where I didn't see either one of my parents, I don't think I'd be happy with that.
Whatever's convenient for them.
And I want to just say I was in a relationship before where he was taking care of everything, and I was just like, I still had my thing going on, whatever, but like he was in control, and I felt that that was just not for me because I felt very like I don't want to hear an argument like get out of my house. Like that's not something I would ever want to hear. So I would not put myself in that situation because this just doesn't work for me.
Do you think it depends on the guy?
For sure.
So like maybe that was just the wrong guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So that's the end of this clip. Make sure to subscribe to the channel.
All right.
Like the video so I can keep dropping these gems on you motherfuckers. The title of the video is Older Women Are Lying to You, and it's on Just Pearly Things. I recommend everybody go subscribe to her channel. Pearl is based as fuck. And I fuck with her, and we're gonna have her on the show one day. Like I said, subscribe to the channel, like the video. I'm out.